Hey guys! Welcome back to Let's Play Xenogears! Last time, we became the battling champion and got ourselves into, well, whatever this place is. And last time we also picked up, I believe a treasure chest up there. However, we did not get the one located back there. In order to do that, we have to play around with the crane here in order to get ourselves a boost to get up there. However, the crane is out of order and it won't stop moving once it begins until it hits something. So, we have to play a little bit of a mini game here. You want your camera centered here, though it'll switch it there for you kind of automatically. And hopefully I can do this right on my first go around. You don't want to hit him. There we go. Not too bad. The one kind of random event of that is this guy walking through, because if he gets in the way, you're completely screwed. You have to kind of go around here, and the controls are a little bit finicky. Once you press the button, it takes probably about a second to get it to start moving, or a half second or something. So you want to slide through there, and eventually through here. You don't want to go straight over here because it'll end up right here, and it'll be a difficult jump. So you want to press back and then back over, to the right and then to the left again real quick. And if you talk to it, you can use it as a boost. So we just pop up here. There we go. And we'll head up here. Now, let's just grab that treasure there because that's ours now. And then you talk to this guy. He doesn't want to go down to the gear dock. Okay. Well, you'll give it to us if we don't tell anyone, but we kind of already stole it. Not that I think we're going to tell anyone about it, but anyway, enough of this. I don't think there's anyone interesting to talk to in here if we didn't last time, so let's move on through. And before I forget, I wanted to make sure I got that out of the way so I didn't have to re-record that opening. I went and I looked up some of the names from last time and the time before that I had regretfully not looked up, and let's see here, where am I going out here? I'm going to go out this way. And most of them didn't have any real meaning that I could dig into. Like, you can look into Khan, Genghis Khan, the Mongolian leader, Shao Kahn, whatever, you can make those references, but they don't really have a whole lot of basis on, there we go, on the characters and what they do in the game. So while the references are there, they don't really mean a whole lot, so I'm not really going to go into that. Karen, I'm sure if you look into name etymology, there's something interesting there, but not that my research pulled up. I didn't go too far into it. So, but Dominia, or however you want to modify it, her name does have some kind of a purpose, and she's known as an angel of control, or at least there's a slightly longer word that I didn't write down that her name is based off of, and that can definitely have some kind of an impact. If you kind of look at her character, what we've seen so far, she kind of just walked in and took control away from Ellie, so I guess that kind of makes sense, and we'll see a little bit more of that as time goes on. The gear maintenance train, huh? By the way, I believe that's the one that we saw in D Block when we went up on that way back when. We went up, what was that thing? A little tower thing in the middle of D Block. I'm sure a lot of people have bad memories there. It's a prison. Yeah, why are you asking the question when he already said that? Here's an interesting little tidbit. We look at all of the soldiers that we've been slaughtering as nameless, and, well, they do have lives, I guess, though they just don't go into them very often. What do you have to say? Still ready for it. Now, some of the characters, or the NPCs around here, do have interesting things to say. However, as we go on, and especially when we check out A Block, almost no one has anything interesting to say, so we're going to kind of skip most of them. So we're kind of getting to that point where we're going to start talking to people less and less, and then it's going to ramp up again. We're going to start talking to a lot more people as we go further in. Okay. There was a survivor. Mental breakdown. Huh, I wonder who that is. In fact, off the top of my head, I don't actually remember who they're referring to. I really don't. I don't remember if they ever bring that up or if it's maybe just something that you learn from talking to a couple of NPCs. You know, I don't think I've talked to every single NPC in the game before, but I have talked to the vast majority of them. Alright, anyone else to talk to? We already talked to you guys. So let's go up here and talk to these guys. These guys have some interesting stuff to say as well. Oh, so we're learning a little more about the ethos here, you know, the church group that also works, especially in Ave, about working on gears and repairing them and all that stuff. Oh. Attempt on the life of the Kaiser. Don't know when they're going to strike again, huh? Red gear. I think we've seen one of those before. I think it took out Bart, unfortunately. Okay. Oh, so the ethos are not liked very much here. They seem to be liked a lot more in Ave, as they're fixing up all the gears over there. And let's talk to you. Oh, so they almost did have a truce at one point. That doesn't surprise anyone. And just jump up to talk to him. I'm not sure. Did somebody say that? No, I already talked to you. Did I just completely crap all over and babble while I was supposed to be talking about something? No. One of the people around here said, you know, this is actually a bridge. And they, you know, it's like, why is there a bridge here? And then they just laugh. I don't remember which NPC said it, but somebody said it. That is not important for quite some time. So, but just kind of acknowledge that it's here. And if we go over here, this is the Kaiser's wife's room. No one's been allowed in here since she disappeared. Okay. That's pretty much all we need to do. So let's just run on up here, up the stairs. No more doors to explore, so. And we can do more talking. Yay. Okay. And the elder, of course, is very sad. Oh, and there's Kitty. And unfortunately, that treasure's still there, and I'm still forced into a scene, and I still can't get that. Though we will be able to get it shortly. For some reason, the organ music stopped. I guess because he stopped playing, but they decided not to put anything else in the background. There are, considering how well-rounded this soundtrack is and how awesome a lot of the tracks are, it's surprising how often they use silence. Sometimes to great effect, other times not so great effect. A lot of the times, you know, we don't need music here, but it couldn't have hurt. Speaking of things that probably hurt, what's up, Rico? What the hell are you doing here? Huh? Apparently he's known to the Kaiser. Well, I guess that makes sense. He's the former battling champion, and he's gone. No clip this time. Just because I thought about it right now instead of prior to going about it. If I had had one lined up, then yeah, maybe I would have put it in there, but I've already used that clip once or twice. It's an awesome clip. Can't go down. Though that elevator was rather weird. It didn't just go down. It went down and to the side and then down and then to the other side, and that was weird. Probably not. Oh, why not? How would the door know how to do that? And of course, because of reasons, he can just walk right in even though it's not supposed to. Huh. When did you see this, Rico? This kind of view looks a little weird. And we get music, finally. Other? Other? Mother! Well, that's a sad thing. Huh? Why is it fading out so fast? I can't control the dialogue, by the way. It's all on its own. Oh? Okay, I can control some of the dialogue. Some of it goes by itself, especially when the scenes are fading. So unfortunately, if you don't get a chance to read that, there's, I guess there's pause on the video. Oh? Who is this kitten? Nails are long. Look at my ears. Huh? It's not like what? A demi-human, huh? Seems to be a Square thing. Well, oddly enough, it seems to be Square's lesser-known series thing. They seem to exist in Final Fantasy, but they never get talked about. I guess they may have used the term demi-human in Final Fantasy IX. I don't remember. Huh. So what's... like, who are these characters, and how come none of them have names? And whose mother is sick? Obviously his, but who is he? And why are we seeing this now? Okay. That's supposed to be Rico? I guess it would make sense. The long ears, the long claws. Still an awesome theme, no matter how many times I hear it. Well, smell is, you know, the part of your brain that identifies scent is also very close to the memory center, which is why they say if you're trying to remember something, smell is often very effective at helping. Forget about it. Yeah, just forget about it and regroup the party for no reason at all. Game, what is going on here? Some strategy guides I've seen have actually missed this. I think the official one gets it right, but you do have the ability to get the Memento Locket. Not that I would use it, but it's there. It's actually a Rico-only piece of equipment. Let's take a look here. The Memento Chain, for whatever reason they changed it here. It gives him some more ether attack and some ether defense, which aren't really his good effects anyway. He has no way of making use of ether strength, so that's kind of useless. And ether defense, while helpful, it would be more helpful for him if it had, say, 2 speed, 2 agility. That would be useful, and just cut the ether attack out altogether. But as it is, I will almost never use this. It serves no purpose for me. Yeah, that's pretty much it. This is your last time to work on your gears for the upcoming, well, upcoming sequences. Of course, the game's not over, so there will be more sequences. But just so you know, this is, I think, the only time you can work on that. I don't think we can rest, can we? No. So anyway, let's just head on out. It's a very short amount of time that we have control of these characters. Okay. And now we see. Yes, the implication is, of course, that, well, there's only going to be one other person other than what we heard before, being the Kaiser and his wife's DNA, and that, of course, is going to be their son. Yeah. Now, if you remember when I talked about Rico's name, Ricardo also means monarch. See the additional significance now? Yeah. He's blaming it on a malfunction, but the implication is that that's not the case. Well, be seeing you around sometime. And he just accepts it. No fighting out. And now he's starting to second guess himself. Nice. Oh. So is he the one who tried to assassinate him before as well? In fact, if you... Well, they'll talk about that later. I'll let the game tell you in due time. If you'll excuse me. And now we can walk around at our leisure, which of course is nice. And yeah, he wants us to join. I kind of glossed over that fact earlier, but yeah, he wants us to join his efforts there because, of course, we're an awesome battling champ and we kick the crap out of everyone, including Rico, who was a 3-year unbeaten champion. Now we can finally get this treasure. And we want to talk to somebody while we're here, which is you. Was carrying a child when she left. If it were a boy, he would have been the heir. Yes, this kind of adds to what I was saying before. That's kind of the idea. Let's take a look at that night mail. I think that's a little better armor for... God, too many different games I'm playing and too many different button combinations. So we got the night helm and the night mail. I'm actually going to give this, normally I would try and balance things out, but in this case, I'm going to just give it to Faye. We're not going to be using characters in battle for quite some time anyway, so let's just leave it at that. Let's see here. There it is. And I'll meet you outside here. And as you try to leave, we get a little thing here with Satan saying that Hammer should be able to get the information. Let's go check out the Wildcat. Now, what this does is it warps you straight in to the city on the specific entrance that they want you to go to in order for this meeting to happen. You can actually enter this city ahead of time if you want and go and explore it, but there really isn't a whole lot of purpose, so I'll do it after. Like I said, most of the NPCs around here have very little of interest to mention, but Hammer's found our gear, so we're pretty close to being able to get ourselves out of here. Except we probably shouldn't talk about, you know, treason or whatever else we're planning in the middle of soldiers when they're like literally seconds away. Yeah, let's go somewhere else and talk about this. Everyone's ignoring Hammer. Because it's Hammer! And with that being said, we get a fade to black, the music stops, and then the same theme starts up again. That's kind of weird. Where is my gear? It's been moved to another dock, which was pretty obvious. Not on Earth, but under the Earth. It's in an underground block in D block. Nice! So it's in a dock within the block. Yeah, confusing, but oh well. 2 routes we can use to sneak inside. First one requires us to enter via the Battling Arena grounds, which of course are closed right now after Rico's gear crashed into a box. I think it was the Kaiser's box, actually. Like his sky box, so we could view everything and all that jazz. And the second one, since that one's not really the best idea, involves the supply train tunnel, not channel. And the ducks follow them right through till they lead to the docks. Well, that's nice. Sorry about that. Well, luckily for me, I have access to a little ASCII art map there, so that'll help us through there. We need to know the times. Okay, let's take our time and plan carefully. But, could you go find out the days and times the supply trains operate for us there? Sure thing, I'll be off. And he's gone. Again. Anyway, we should head back to D block. But before we do that, we have, well, this entire area to explore. It warps you up here. You can take these stairs down. They'll take you to another area. But before we do that, we actually want to jump straight down here. And of course, this lands us in the toilet for some reason. In fact, the door to get in here is actually locked, so you can't get in here any other way until doing that the first time. Yeah. Why would you have a chimney in the bathroom? Anyway, let's talk to this lady over here. Where did you... And we'll change the screen angle because why not? Yeah, I came from D block. Who are you? You did not with this woman while I was gone. Nice reference there, Satan. And here's my question. How is that a problem? What Faye does is Faye's business. And Faye's all paranoid and defending himself. Even she's laughing at him. Ah, well. And of course, because it's Faye, he's confused and has no idea what's going on. Anyway, this is the doctor from D block. Of course, I can kind of cut Faye a little bit of slack here, since he had been knocked out for days, and I probably wouldn't have remembered much of any of the situations, considering as soon as he woke up, he got forced into a battling situation, and only really saw her twice, both times when he had just woken up after being knocked out. So, yeah. No longer a prisoner. Awesome. And who might you be? We have never met. I am Satan Uzuki. Yeah, he pretty much has served that purpose so far. I am the doctor in D block. Huh? That is... what? Yeah, she's complaining about the fact that he's not currently in D block to be the doctor, and he has left the area, yeah. So, yeah, he's kind of in trouble now. Apparently, Satan has no responsibility, except for all the other responsibility that he's been stuck with, let's say. I don't remember Hammer saying that, but okay, sure. Agreed to be in this, or maybe that she's talking about, or he's talking about way when she ended up leaving and before we knew Satan was coming in. That's possible, I just don't remember. Just on standby, nothing really to do, so I'm kind of on break, like Scruffy. Scruffy's always on break. Well, it'd be nice if you could return to D block. Yeah, the thing is, Satan, he's not staying long. We're kind of on our way out. Leave D block to me, and if you have any other problems, come on, talk to me. Sorry, I went through that a little too fast. Nope. Automatic dialogue there. Anyway. I guess that's not gonna happen. Sorry about that. Anyway, let's try and leave, and of course that gets more dialogue. Next time, please knock, and I'll open the door. If you come through the toilet, you know, might be at the wrong time. Yeah. You're right. Oh, of course, because the door's locked, there's probably a reason for why it's locked, and so we'll have a special combination of knocks in order to get back in. So now we'll be able to get in whenever we want to talk to her. I don't know if that really serves any purpose, but okay, sure, why not? Anyway, with that being said, this is the door that was at one point locked, but that's pretty much all the time I have for this episode of Let's Play Xenogears. Next time we will go through and we will start from the northern gate here. If you remember, there were multiple gates into the city there. So here's the northern gate, and of course, you know, the eastern gate over here is still down. The northern gate, it's not the northern gate, it's actually the eastern gate, but okay, whatever. We will start from here so that we have a better idea. There's no map that I've been able to find for this block, but anyway, we should be able to figure out from here, at least give you a point of reference when heading in here. So that's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.